Hi, I'm Tammi Georgia, and I'm with Touchstone Wellness Solutions. And today we are going to talk about shamanism. So, there's been a lot of questioning about what is shamanism, and so I'd like to share with you some insight. The one thing that shamans all have in common, now shamanism goes back for a very, very long time, and all cultures across the world have a rich foundation in shamanism. So ancestor wisdom has been around for a very long time. Now, it's true within each culture, shamanism varies from one culture to the next. So what we want to look at are what are some of the commonalities and what are some of the common threads to kind of give us this great overview as to what the commonalities are for shamanism. So in one of the main commonalities in shamanism is that the shaman will view life as a great web, or a great web or a common weave, that everything is this beautiful tapestry weave that's put together. And this tapestry weave is made up of the ancestors and great spirit that moves through all things. The tapestry weave is made up of plant people and stone people and all of the animals. And the shaman will access the information from all of these. That's made up of all the elements, the wind, the fire, and the shaman believes that all of that is within us. So the shaman will access all of the information from all of this beautiful weave, all of this great web, and access it within themselves. So understanding that we are all connected and that all of life is connected, and this is where the access comes in. Now, in a shamanic tradition, we would seek wellness or balance within a community or an individual by seeking that balance within ourselves first. There's a great story about a shaman who travels many miles, 20 miles or whatever, into this village that's way out of balance. And when she gets there, they had been suffering from drought and hunger. And so when she gets there, she asks for a little hut for her to go in and do her own meditation and do her own go into her own trance state so that she can access within. She goes into her hut for 3-4 days, and when she comes out, the village is dancing with joy because it's raining and their crops are doing great and everything is in balance in this. And they said, "What did you do? How did you do this to the woman shaman?" And she says, "I had to just find that balance within myself." So this is the way that the shaman works, finding that balance within self by accessing the wisdom of that great web. So in many traditions, the shaman may have some tools to use, a healing bundle, and that healing bundle is really filled with sacred items that help the shaman stay connected to that web. It may have in it some crystals or stones or plants or different items that are sacred medicine for that particular shaman, that help them to really access that information. And so that when they're going into that trance state to find that wisdom, to bring balance within so that it can then bring balance without. So the shaman may have the tool of the healing bundle. The shaman may use music or a rattle right here. So may use the rhythmic sounds of the rattle to help them to go into that trance state, or drumming, or the shaman may use toning or whistling or some sort of song or singing in order to access again that trance state, that meditative state, to go within, to connect themselves with that web, with that spirit that moves through all things. So the shaman may have that healing bundle. The shaman may have instruments. It may use music. The shaman accesses information not in a linear time, not in a linear space, but a time and a space that is sacred, that is beyond linear. So the shaman always honors the ancestors. In fact, the traditions are always taught in an ancestral pattern, in that it's brought down from the lineage. The information is carried from one shaman to the next, and the elders teaching the apprentice. So this is a beautiful tradition that really honors the wisdom of the elders. So shamanism is an energetic tradition that, for me, I see very complementary to Western medicine. So the Western medicine is going to go in and work on that linear level, on that place of matter, where whatever is manifesting within has manifested in the physical form, whereas the shaman is going to look at what is that root ball that holds the physical manner. So if somebody comes to me with, say, the big C, the big cancer, the big physical form that is already manifested, I would never say stop your treatment. I would never say, no more chemo, or no, none of that. I'm going to work complementary with the Western. So what my job is going to be to see what is that energy that's holding it. What are the limiting belief systems that have been bought into, that have brought this cancer on board, and what is that root ball that's holding it in place in the physical form? Where is the emotional side that has been stuck, that has not been addressed? So we'll allow the Western medicine to do its job and to pull it out on that physical level, and we work with, in a shamanic and an energetic situation, to then also work with how are we going to track a new possibility? How are we going to look at what's holding that cancer in its place, and really not even seeing it as cancer? The shaman always sees things in its best possibility, always looking for the new ways of looking at a new perspective on things, a new way of seeing things. And so for the shaman, it is about looking at new possibilities. It's about looking for a new perspective while being totally connected and in balance with all that is, the elements, the great mystery of life, the great spirit who moves through all things. So I hope that this information has been very helpful to you. And if you want more information about shamanism, visit my website, www.touchstonewellnesssolutions.com. And the next time we talk about shamanism, I will share with you a story, a jungle story, a personal story of my own. So be well, and thank you so much. Ho.